My name is Sham Liebird. My job role is team manager for city inspectors, and I work for Westminster Council's Public Protection and Licensing Department. What we try to do is deal with low-level issues before they become worse. You would walk down the street in Westminster and I hope you wouldn't notice any rubbish bags on the street, you wouldn't notice any graffiti. But if you did, my team are the guys that can come out and actively deal with it and take the necessary steps to prevent it from happening again.
Hey, how you doing? You alright, yeah?
A city inspector has up to about 40 pieces of legislation that they can enforce at any one time. Just because we have it doesn't mean you have to use it. And I say it to all my officers all the time. If you've had to use your enforcement powers first, you've already failed. The key thing is building relationships with people on a personal level. What we look for is people who have the ability to diffuse or control or achieve compliance without the use of enforcement. If they've utilised every other skill they have and it's not worked, well, we just go for the enforcement bag. Anybody can walk into this job with the right mindset and pick up the knowledge that they need to pick up in order to go out there and do the job. I didn't finish school, I didn't have any GCSEs, and I've literally worked my way up from a ground level officer and worked my way through the ranks to be a team manager. I always appreciate this council for giving me an opportunity. It's about public protection. It's about the public safety side of things. That's what being a city inspector is all about.
My name's Lorna. I work for Westminster Housing. I work in the call centre where I take calls daily. A lot of the time it's clients, but a lot of the time it's just random calls from anyone. City Hall building, it's a new building. Nice, you can see all over London. Feels like I'm part of something. You're in the middle. Clients may call up for repairs to be done on their property. Has it all been sorted now? Which I book in for them, try and get an appointment. Especially when COVID first started, people just wanted to talk. Oh, that's all good, I'm glad. And that's fine, and how was your grandmother? Is she okay? A lot of the people that I've dealt with are elderly. I've either lost a partner, lost someone, and they're on their own. I had one guy, I think he was having a heart attack and he didn't know who to call, and I happened to get his call. And I called the hospital and I arranged the ambulance for him, and he was okay because he phoned me back later and told me thank you. Okay, and have a good afternoon. All right. I feel like I've done something. I've actually helped them. We have one-to-ones and coaching sessions, and our managers will tell you where you may have gone wrong or not and giving you a little bit of help. So it's good. It makes me feel like, yes, I'm doing something right, I'm doing good. And colleagues in the office, you get support from them. If they see that if it has been a really stressful call or whatever, you can take time out, which is good. So that's basically me. I just love helping people.
My name's Maddie. I work as a social worker in a community mental health team. Well, I didn't know that social workers could work in mental health until a few years ago. Generally, what we try to do as social workers is look after someone's mental health, particularly in context of their social circumstances. There are some people who need some more sort of intense interventions, a little bit more like holding, and the social work values are to be very person-centred and to be very strengths-based. So I think there's often a tendency to look at someone's deficits when you're working with people with mental health difficulties, but we're also trying to work out what strengths do they have that they've got going for them that really help them, that we can tap into. I can think I've got a whole day planned out and then I'll get a crisis call. For example, I worked with a guy who hadn't been out of his flat for 14 months. But when I could, I got the opportunity to take him to like a local park and some local gardens. And I think there's often just like little moments, like when you say something to a service user and they kind of dismiss it, and then maybe a couple months later they'll say it back to you like it's their own idea. And you just sort of go, oh yeah, okay, really? Oh, that's cool. And then in your head you're thinking, yes. I think when it gets intense, I'm grateful for my colleagues, even if I just need to have a moan with them. Got brilliant supervisors. Yeah, really grateful I was put in my team in North Westminster.